blogger.
Yeah, I should.
Well, in the living room today, we're talking with top bloggers of the region, Wendy Cheng or Xiaxue, and we also have Rin Tan going with the name Cheesy, and Phoebe Montague from Australia as well. Cheesy's from Malaysia, Wendy, our own very own top blogger of Singapore. Here with Cheo Ming Shen, who is co-founder and executive director of Nuffnang.com. That's www.nuffnang.com. Beg your pardon there. Now, let's get Ming, your take on the different concerns or really issues that are popular among blog visitors, APAC as well as Western bloggers. Would there be a distinction there?
Yes, there's definitely a distinction. For Asian bloggers, they tend to blog about their personal lives, so basically everything that they're doing, like where they've gone, what they've eaten, where they've shopped, where they've traveled. Whereas in the Western countries like Australia, for example, people are much more private, so they actually go more into like subject-specific interests. So like, for example, craft blogging, photography blogs, fashion blogs, things like that. Yeah, those are the main differences.
Okay. And of course, with blogs also, there's a little bit of a tweet column even on Xiaxue's one, which I read, and
yes.
We knew her experience just coming down to MediaCorp in the taxi.
Yeah, she doesn't really worry about privacy or security so much, but I tell her that if I was a stalker or robber, I could quite easily find her.
Are you worried about that? Do you even consider your own safety?
I guess Singapore is quite safe, but sometimes I feel that somebody would just dash into my house. Or I right now, everybody who's following me on Twitter knows that I'm on 938 Live.
Right, so they'll probably be waiting outside the reception for you.
Yeah,
right
but
now.
they have to change their pass, so...
Yeah, no, be outside the reception.
Oh,
you gotta
okay.
get out that way. Of course, we got a back exit, which I'll
How many followers do you have on Twitter right now?
About 14,000.
There you go. We've got 14,000 extra listeners tuned into the living room right now because she tweeted before she came.
Not all of them are active.
Yeah, but good enough, really. And we're talking really about the power of blogs and what they can do, and the reach that they have really for followers of those blogs there. We want to also find out about the future of blogosphere. I mean, where do you think blogosphere will be headed towards? Of course, with the recent inaugural Nuffnang Asia Pacific Blog Awards, that's one big step in the direction of promoting blogs and of course uniting bloggers together. Ming, your thoughts on the future?
Well, I think that I hope that bloggers will actually come up with more professional content, and that more people will actually think about making it a profession, because like being a professional blogger simply means you are being your own publisher. And I think that in the long run, we could see bloggers becoming their own, having their own fashion magazines, their own photography magazines or things like that. So I think that we could be seeing a shift towards that direction in the future.
All right, Phoebe, any aspirations to go that direction, having your own magazine?
Yeah, definitely. I think that I always want to have the blog, but extending the brand into a book or a magazine or something like that. I've had quite a few requests for people to get me to start a fashion line of clothes that are similar to what I wear. I mean, I make my own clothes, or I just buy them in shops, but it's the way you put it together, and people want to be a part of that. But I think for the future of the blogosphere, I was chatting to Ming the other day, and he said that it's really going to be like a media outlet all of its own. It's a different genre of media that's rising and rising. So I think that we'll see, particularly in Australia, we're a little bit behind in terms of the amount of people that blog, but I hope in the future that it will be accepted as a legitimate form, and we'll see more professional content, and that would be derived from maybe university courses. Universities will embrace it, and you can go and actually study and maybe get a degree or a diploma in professional blogging.
That would be a true dream.
True dream,
professor.
Professor, yeah, exactly.
All 4 of you could be associate professors.
Well, I've done lectures at university. So in there, in journalism and media, they'll have an online content, and they like to have bloggers in. But I'd like to see that move more into a whole subject or course on blogging, because Ming's absolutely right. You can do this as a profession. You've just got to have the really top quality content, and the that's it. The platform's there.
Right. Okay. Now a very brief, idea of where you're going to be taking your blogs, Cheesy as well as Xiaxue. Where will your blog be headed towards? Looking at it right now.
I've been doing it full time for a while now, and I'm really enjoying it. I hope I could do it like forever.
Okay. but you're saying that you're not such a big fan of cheese nowadays.
Yeah, it
'cause-
doesn't matter so
yeah.
much anymore. It's more about like the branding of the name Cheesy itself. Because I am a very fickle-minded person. Just because I change my obsession doesn't mean that I need to change my name.
Okay, so name will stay.
Yeah, they would
despite
say
how you
that
change yourself.
It's like how it evolves like into something else.
Okay, like you
Something
can't
more
change your
concrete.
blood type, I suppose.
Yeah, it's like I'm obsessed with cabbage now. I call it cabbageland.com.
You're not obsessed with cabbage, right?
So I'm there.
Okay, Xiaxue, your blog will remain status quo. Of course, hopefully more updates.
Yeah. I think I need to be less lazy, but I hope that in the future I can diversify, maybe have a book or have, like a brand for clothing or some kind of company that makes more money, I guess.
Yeah, well, you could tie up with Phoebe, I suppose.
Yeah, I know. Right?
Maybe with cheese prints on it. I don't know, new fashion line. It all come together, and of course, Nuffnang will be happy to hear from you about your brand new idea there. We've been chatting with Ming Shen, who is co-founder and executive director of Nuffnang.com. Also, top bloggers of the region, Wendy Cheng, Xiaxue from Singapore, xiaxue.blogspot.com if you want to get onto her blog and be the 20,001st unique visitor for today. We also have Cheesy or Rintan from Malaysia with Cheeserland.com, and Phoebe Montague from Australia, Melbourne, with ladymelbourne.com.au. Thank you so much for sharing your blogs and your lives with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.